Hi guys, it's Sebastian Bates here, the founder of the Warrior Academy and the host of the Warrior Academy podcast. Today I wanted to share with you a short chapter from the book Not a Victim. Not a Victim is a book I wrote in 2021 with the sole aim of helping parents mentor their children through the very, very difficult transition of bullying. I also recorded it as an audiobook, so if you'd like to have that book, then listen to this chapter, get a feel for what it's all about, and then have a look on Spotify or Audible for the audiobook, or even on Amazon for the physical book if you like a paper-based book. I really hope that it helps you prepare your child for the eventuality of going through bullying. Bullying is an inevitable but difficult transition that most of us go through in our lives. And as parents, I think it's really important we act proactively to prepare our children for the eventuality of having to go through it themselves. We can't always be there for our children, but we can give them the tools. We can empower them to face life's obstacles on their own. I hope you enjoy this chapter. When we are stressed, the sympathetic branch of our nervous system becomes active, and it wants us to move or do something. This state is also called arousal. It's not as simple as an on-off switch, as there are different levels of stress. Eustress, which is the optimal amount of stress for the activity we are undertaking. It's a good type of stress. That means we need to work, we are alert. Hyperstress, when there is too much arousal, which limits our ability to move and think clearly. Hypostress, when there is not enough stress, so that we feel tired or lethargic, bored or restless, even depressed. As we have seen, being alert is useful, but too much alertness is not. If we are in this state, it'll be harder for us to focus on things other than self-preservation, and we become less creative and organized. This is far from the ideal state to be in. At school, children are now more cautious than ever, because everything they do can be filmed by other children, and with one click can be shared with the world. This can put your child in a constant state of over-alertness, which is draining and unhealthy. The above levels of stress exist on a continuum. We can be in a state of calm alertness, above that, a more focused alertness, above that, hyperstress, and above that, panic. In the other direction, we can go from calm to tiredness to lethargy to depression. But because most people don't consciously control their stress levels, they can spend their whole lives at its mercy. When you add uncertainty to stress, you get fear. Almost all bullying starts in the verbal zone, and a lot of it stays there. There is a threat, but in most cases, not a direct one. Nevertheless, we perceive it, and fear enters our mind. Fear can arise when false evidence or expectations appear real. Thinking will tell us whether the threat is real, whether we are in physical danger, or whether our fear is what Michael Gervais calls FOPO, fear of people's opinions, or fear of our personal opinions. Or to interpret the acronym another way, fear of possible outcome, or fear of perceived outcome. I really hope you enjoyed today's Warrior Academy podcast episode. We're going to keep creating these episodes because I know that so many parents find them useful or get insights or get ideas about how to develop their child's character. But it all comes down to the 3 C's: confidence, conduct, and concentration. So if you want to get a deep insight into the levels of confidence your child has, the level of concentration they have, or the level of conduct they have, so that you can actually put a score next to it and then work towards increasing those scores like we do in the Warrior Academy, then I'd love to invite you to fill in the breakthrough area assessment. It takes about 5 minutes of your time, and you will get a personalized PDF report on your child's 3 C's. To access the breakthrough area assessment and find out your child's 3 C's score, all you need to do is go to www.breakthrougharea.com.